If those dinner parties you were invited to by your weird coworker were anything like the dinner party in Coherence, I'm sure you'll be glad the sitter had to cancel. When 8 friends arrive for a dinner party during the most inconvenient comet passing in history, strange occurrences begin to unfold and strain the already tense threads holding the group together. Through the eyes of M, we must uncover the mystery while simultaneously trying to snoop what books director James Ward Byrkit owns in his house. Will these Skype and Ketamine addicts come out unscathed? Will Hugh get to call his egghead brother? Will Mike ever shut up? Let's find out together on the Trackcast.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I mean, it's all these people talk about is Skype and Ketamine.
Yeah, they
Love
do
their
bring
Skype.
up a lot of Skype and ketamine. They
To
talk
be
a lot
fair,
about
They love Silicon Valley too.
Comet. Yeah,
they're in, like, out of Oakland, right? And
Yeah.
to be fair, one of them is like an exec at Skype, and the other one is a ketamine addict. So
Yeah, that's
yeah, it explains itself.
Cupertino.
before we go any further, Christian, give a warning about spoilers, because
Oh,
I feel like
yes.
this is, if there's a movie, it's this and Man from Earth that people should
Yeah.
watch first before they watch an episode.
Before we really dive in, I will just give a heads up. This movie, most similar, I would say, of anything we've watched to like Man from Earth.
Yeah.
It is best watched going in knowing pretty much nothing. I mean, just saying it's about a dinner party, like that's about as much as you should know going into it. I think you get the best experience going in completely blind. And it's not a very long movie. It's I think it's free on a lot of stuff on Amazon and stuff like that. So I think we recommend it, if I speak for everyone really quick. But if you're interested and you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend you go watch it first and then listen to this episode. And if you've seen it already, then come along as we discuss this film.
Yeah, or if you just want to listen to our voices,
Our sweet dulcet tones.
I did want to ask Aref something about just sci-fi in general, and
Sci-fi or science?
I guess science. What is the next thing for humanity that would revolutionize stuff? Is it quantum computing? And is quantum computing even real? How do I put this? How do we get to what would be the next step if there even is one?
When will man find the prostate?
So, in my opinion, science happens in tiny increments where we add little building blocks onto things, and then someone like Einstein comes along and he revolutionizes the industry. And makes it so you can do new things, and completely changes the landscape. I think with our current interpretation of the world, we're not really going to get much further until some fucking brainster is going to come over and just change everything. I don't think we're going to get a big breakthrough in relativity or quantum mechanics and make them agree until someone just has a big epiphany, right? There's not an equation that is blocking us from understanding things.
But have all the epiphanies perhaps been found though? Is this it? There's nothing more, or do you think there could be perhaps more?
No, sire. The fucking printing press is the pinnacle of technology. Of course it's not. That people think that in every step of the world. I mean, we're pushing the limits of phones. The fucking the iPhone showcase happened just recently.
I just don't know how you can go further though. I just don't. It just doesn't.
That's because it's not your field. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
As someone heavily involved in the sciences, there's a lot of stuff that you could push further, and that we are currently pushing further.
Yeah.
But the big steps don't happen unless someone makes a huge discovery. Someone like Einstein comes along or Newton comes along. It's just these massive jumps. Galileo, these massive jumps in knowledge and understanding of the universe. I mean, fundamentally, what'll change it? I mean, there's a crap ton of stuff, right? There's superconductors can make a huge headway in terms of engineering.
Right. What about your
batteries?
Epiphany? Where's your epiphany at?
My epiphany is my PhD in climate mitigation via methane thermal oxidation. That's my epiphany, and you can take it If you want it, I'm just trying.
Maybe
Look,
don't
man.
take it.
Look, I consider myself pretty smart. I am not epiphany smart. I have epiphanies like realizing that Pizookie is pizza cookie.
Oh, you know what? Like, kind of in a similar vein to that, I just realized that the like the Goodwill, like the
Yeah.
Goodwill logo. It's like a little smiley. It's like a half like smiley face guy. You know, it's a G.
Yeah, it looks like a G. It's shaped like a G.
I didn't know that until
That's
recently.
graphic design, baby.
Oh shit! Goodwill Googling goes up 1,000% after this episode.
We should have done like a Mandela effect game.
Like an ARG?
Yeah.
No, just like we Mandela effect test ourselves.
Oh, yeah. We could
Yeah.
spread misinformation to ourselves. And
Yeah,
other people.
I think so.
That would be a hilarious game because you have like 3 people with the memory of goldfish, and then you have 1 super memory man.
Yeah, Christian has a really freaking good memory. That's why he's our tome master.
Mm-hmm. The scribe.
I am the keeper of the texts, as they were.
The one with a big feather.
The big quill.
And perhaps a long beard.
Or an even bigger feather. Good. I'm excited to talk about some coherence.
You're excited about talking about coherence.
Oh, aren't you?
You know what, Ryan? I am. And I would say that you and I are on the same page. Almost like the movie that we saw. We have like kind of like a coherence. If you will.
Coming through.
That was really bad. That was really bad. Because you already said it.
Also, that's antithetical to the movie. You know that, right?
But like, wait, coherence isn't.
Saying we have a coherence is like a diversion from what should happen.
No, but well, yeah, in the movie, but like coherence is when everyone is on the same page on something. No, incoherence is like when everyone's divided,
everything breaks apart or whatever.
Which is a lot like the movie that we're about to talk about right now. That Christians have been ever so silent on.
Well, we've been riffing. I don't know.
Christian.
Yeah.
I would like you to tell us a little bit about coherence. A little bit about. Christian, could you tell us a little bit about Coherence, the movie that you brought to us?
Yeah. So this was my pick, and after the last episode, which if you're listening to these in order, you'll know was The Exorcist Believer. I thought we needed a nice palate cleanser. We needed something to kind of wash down that filth, that swill, with some good top shelf.
This is what we call a step back, but a step up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Exactly. So I picked Coherence because this is... I always go back and forth between this and RoboCop being my favorite movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just put them on kind of the same level, more or less. But this is definitely one of, if not, like, my favorite movie of all time. There's so much I like about it in terms of, like, the filmmaking, the acting, like, the story behind it, how everything kind of unfolds. And it's one of the few movies that, like, I've seen this probably, like, double-digit times at this point by now.
And don't give it a 2.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that I can watch this so many times and I still like notice stuff I don't realize, or I still am like surprised, or like, even when I know everything that's going to happen, you know.
I think the performances really lend to that, and I know we're going to get into it as we go on, but just like the performances in this movie are just so good.
And so I wanted to bring it to talk about, especially because I've shown this. It's funny, I've shown this to each of you guys on like kind of like a stepping stone, like in order, like I showed this
like
to Trevor.
Grandfathered into a group.
Yeah, so like for complete context, prior to this, Trevor and Aref have seen this before because I showed it to Trevor, and then I watched it with Trevor, and then and showed it to Aref, and then for this, I brought it here. And Ryan, you had not seen this before.
No, and I've seen it 3 times since we watched
Yes, let's go, dude.
Amazing. I think that had to have been my 3rd or 4th time.
I like it's like my little thing. It's like how Ryan was saying about like with Man from Earth. Like if we're gonna be friends, you're gonna watch this movie.
It's the if you're gonna date me, this is the movie you gotta watch.
And I really like showing this to people that have that know nothing about it, and like just seeing their reactions and everything.
It's
but yeah,
really
so,
good movie.
So what did you guys think? Just brief thoughts before we get into the
It's fun, and there's a fuck ton of lamps.
Like, this is like amateur filmmaking, but like it's not amateur at all. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it comes off that way, and like, you know.
Well, that's because they had a skeleton crew.
Yeah, totally. It's like it's totally like. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it's the director's passion project where he like invested so much time into like the movie itself that he was like, I just need to do it. Like, I just need to like film this right here. And like, the director knows all of the actors personally, right? That's like the story behind it.
Most of them worked with each other, I think.
He's worked with them. He like knows them, and I think I read that the actors didn't really know each other before the movie.
That's crazy.
And I think he intentionally did that so that they could kind of like I bring something out of it where they kind of all have to kind of work together. And
that's so crazy. That like don't even know each other, but yet they're all acting like they've been longtime friends.
What did you think after?
What I think of the movie?
Yeah, because this was what, the second time that you had seen it?
No, I thought it was great. I thought the second viewing, I was super invested in the third viewing. I try to do a funny thing where I took notes, where I try to like find every point of divergence, which is impossible. Don't try.
Oh, wow.
I think it starts before they get to the house. They're not on the same page.
Yeah, like literally from like when M, like the only person that we follow that is from the beginning of the movie is M in the car. Mm-hmm. Like that's the only person.
The frame of reference.
Yeah.
So you guys don't think it's that first instance where they're all outside? You think it's before that?
I think it's
no. It's guaranteed not, because just for reference, right? All these friends, they come to the dinner party, and Amir, which is one of the characters, brings another character named Lori. So we should probably run down all the characters.
Yeah, let's run it down. Put a pin in that, because I wanted to go into what you're about to go into. But
so yeah, there's only 8 people in this movie.
Christian, give us a rundown.
So there's M, who is ostensibly our main character, our protagonist,
our stand-in.
And then M has a boyfriend named Kevin. So there's M, Kevin, and then they're going to the house.
You should have made like a relationship chart, like
right,
connections, and all the lines have like different colors for different things.
And they're going to the house of Mike and Lee.
Mike and Lee are the hosts, and Mike is the best character. Don't get it twisted. He is an actor who used to be on a show, but moved up to Silicon Valley to support his wife in her Skype endeavors. She's like the supreme lord of Skype. They just won't drop it.
Literally, like line for line.
Do you think that like a little bit of Skype money's in this film? Like they were like she was like, I'll give you like $3,000, you know, or something.
I don't think Skype even knows this movie exists, to be perfect.
Yeah, nobody at Skype has seen this movie, but we have.
But yeah, so then Mike and Lee are the hosts, and then there's also another couple. There's Hugh and Beth, who Beth is already there when the movie starts, and then there's Amir and Lori, and I don't know if they're like a couple or they're dating, but like Amir is
dating.
They're hooking up, yeah, because they say Amir's bringing Lori as a date, and Lori is Kevin's ex. Like,
from what I understood, it was like all of them are friends, but Lori was like kind of more on the outskirts of that, and Amir is just kind of getting the sloppy seconds of.
And then there's Hugh.
Yeah, Hugh and Beth are together.
Oh yeah, no, they're married. They make it. Totally. They make it a point.
When Hugh comes in doing a Borat voice,
my wife. So and the setting of this is that M arrives, our protagonist in the movie, and goes to a dinner party where all of these friends are going to gather together and have some fun, drink some wine, and just eat some dinner. But it's known pretty early on that there's like a weird comet that is flying over tonight. However, that was not part of the plans. It's not like,
Miller's comet,
it's not like a comet party. They just like had a dinner party, and it just so
It so
happened
happened.
to be the night of the comet.
And from the outset, like when because the movie
50,000.
hard opens on M talking to Kevin
Yeah.
on the phone, and then mysteriously her phone
Mhm.
cracks and just out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, okay, it's weird. And then it hard cuts to her heading into the house. From the outset, you can tell like this is indie filmmaking. This is
There is
quite
no
literally-
artificial lighting in this movie.
No. It is quite literally filmed in the director's house in like the span of a week. It was like 5 days. I think but I think it doesn't come off cheap. Like it comes off it almost comes off intentional, and in the way that like it's all handy cam, like it's all just like it's not on a tripod or anything.
I think you're supposed to like take the position or the POV of like someone as if you were like not an active part, like or just like a spectator.
The naturalistic kind of camera work works well to both, I think, drag you into the narrative and the characters, but it also like there's kind of a weird vibe to it that kind of makes you feel tense. Like it feels like a little like, I don't know. That's at least what I got every time I watch it. Like it makes you feel a little uncomfortable.
You're really close. Like everything's close.
Yeah. To kind of go in with that is the extremely naturalistic dialogue in the movie that comes from the fact that there was no script for this movie. There was just a story outline, and they said, make some stuff up, but get to these plot points, A, B, C.
And it's so early on, like right from the get-go with these actors that like you are in a like these people all know each other, have history, like so like I don't know how to put it. Like you're just so involved, like right from the start. It's like you're eavesdropping on little side dishes and conversations that people are having and stuff like that. Like it's crazy.
I've never taken an improv class, but this seems like if there was a well-oiled like improv class machine going on, it would be this.
Yeah,
because like it'd probably be shit if it was like 5 of me in a room trying
Right.
to improv with each other.
I would
It'd be
love to be in a
probably a
room with
mess.
5 Ryans personally.
That would be crazy. 5 Ryans is a lot.
The gravity would be too nuts.
But no, you're right. Like everyone really is on their A game in terms of like what they're bringing. Like all their characters feel like realized and like they feel like real people, like genuinely. And which is even funnier because I think some of them have gone on record and been like, I didn't even really know what the movie we were making was. when we were making it, like I didn't even really know what was going on.
Perhaps there were just so many cameras all over and just like, he's like, okay, talk about this. Like it's very, I mean, like I only am recalling this because we've all done one together, but we did like a murder mystery and it's kind of like that where it's like all these conversations are happening and you want to be a part of all of them.
You have goals
and everyone has goals. Bring up that, make sure you do this.
Oh god, a Coherence themed murder mystery sounds like either a nightmare or the most fun thing I've ever heard of.
It would be so fun because you would have like secretly switch glow sticks.
So everyone just kind of arrives separately. So M arrives at the house first that we see because Mike and Lee are already there, and then Beth is there as well. And then Hugh and Kevin show up, and then a little bit after Amir and Laurie show up. The first, I would call this kind of like the first like third of the movie. It's all just kind of character stuff, very mundane. Like they're just having dinner, having conversation.
Get keyed in on all the little, interesting little things that have happened, or like
But they leave a lot of breadcrumbs for stuff that will be important later. Just like little things that you can kind of pick up on. For instance, stuff like there's a the broken glass, the aforementioned ketamine. Beth is like, she's like, oh, I brought some like ketamine, like if anyone wants to try it.
Yeah, and like lavender lily and like
She doesn't call it ketamine. She calls it like it's got some ichination.
it's a natural blend.
She won't say like what's in it. Yeah, it's a natural blend.
Natural blend. She's very very holistic. Yes.
Yeah.
She's like this she's all into like feng shui, and there's kind of a creepy part. I mean, nothing really happens with it, but it kind of heightens the tension when she's like, oh, like over there in this corner, it's the door to nowhere. Like it has all this stuff. And then there's some like weird stuff, a useless door. And it's just kind of things that kind of ratchet up the tension. But we also learn some important details about characters. So for probably the most important one we learn is M is a dancer. And she recounts a story about how she was going to be in like this thing that she curated and was like her deal. But she was offered to be the understudy for this famous dancer.
The LeBron James of, ballerinas, basically.
Exactly.
That's how they make it sound. And they talk shit on her. They're just LeBron haters.
But then she's like, oh yeah, my ego was in the way. I didn't want to be understudy. And then this other lady took the understudy role, and then she ended up going on stage. And then it's kind of just this story of like M, like she lost out. Like if she could have been, if she just stuck with being the understudy, maybe she'd be super famous right now. And Lori makes a very mean comment. She's like, oh, so like that lady like has your life right now. Like,
yeah, she's living your life.
So passive aggressive. It's so
Lori makes no friends.
Which is very much a discussion, a theme, right there about that. Once we'll get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little pin in that on your little theory board, your little theory red oh my god, red thread board.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. And then, like, there's some other little stuff, like they ask Kevin for a story, and he, like, tries to recount one, but he can only recount a story that involved Lori, which irritates M, naturally.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what I was thinking. I just, I flubbed.
I can't underestimate how impressed I am by the improv in this, because obviously they had to do a lot of takes, probably, so I don't know how many versions of these scenes are out there. For them to make up these stories on the spot is like really impressive, especially with how it ties into the themes and everything. And maybe that was part of like a bio that they were given of their character, maybe. But regardless, I still think the acting is very, very good in that sense. Kind of a funny bit is that we learned that Mike, like we mentioned, like Ryan mentioned, Mike was an actor.
Sorry, put a pause in that. I want to talk about that a little bit. Because like if you compare Man from Earth, right, to this movie, because like in the context of this podcast, it's like one of the closest parallels I probably could make of like what this movie kind of is, right?
Different subject matter, but similar vibes.
Well, completely different subject matter. The thing about it is that like you're like the acting and the characters and the stories and everything is, I guess I would say, a little more believable this time around. It like feels genuine and feels so real. It's so surprising that these people like did not know each other or like, just like made all this stuff up on the fly, because they are going into huge details. Like that, like, how could anyone even know that about like other people that they actually know? It's just so funny because like it's just a genuinely good display of acting. Did any of these people act before? Does anyone know anything about that? Like, if any of these people done that before?
So some of these people are actors.
Well, yeah, actually,
writers too.
So tying into that is that Mike in the movie, they say Mike is an actor, or he was on a big TV show called like Roswell or something. It was like
Roswell,
sci-fi. Yeah, Roswell.
Great
Warehouse 13 ripoff or something.
X-Files, I'm sure.
Which I think was very pointed. The fact that Mike's character is that, or has that history, because the actor Nicholas Brendan was Xander on the film or on the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So And
Bree
he
was
also
very quick to point that one out.
So was my
Oh, what did
sister-in-law.
Bree think of Coherence?
She loved it.
the choice to have that actor be like kind of like almost playing himself in a weird way, I think was intentional because he could kind of draw from that experience. But yeah, all these people have very interesting histories. Like Ryan was saying, some of them are writers. Lee, Mike's wife in the movie, is played by Lauren Scafaria, who is a very talented director writer. She directed the movie Hustlers.
That's a good movie. That's actually a good movie.
I've heard it's very good. And then she also directed 3 very, very good episodes of Succession as well. Also, I think is dating Bo Burnham or dated Bo Burnham at some point.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
that's crazy.
I don't think they're together anymore, but they did for a while. But anyway, I just thought that was quite interesting. But yeah, it's kind of this motley crew, this very eclectic blend of actors and entertainers of all backgrounds. We get all this kind of personal stuff, and then the power goes out.
Oh no, the power goes out. Never good start to a movie. However, this is when things get interesting.
Because that's when they bust out everyone's favorite, the glow sticks, of course. The iconic glow stick.
Classic Bay Area move.
And I just like how they have 3 sealed boxes of glow sticks. I think that's really funny.
We have red glow sticks, we got blue glow sticks. Someone talks like that.
It is a very random thing to have.
But it's a good like iconography like thing for the movie. Like,
oh, totally.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, now I
It's
think
storytelling.
glow stick, I think Coherence.
Oh yeah.
So then they bust them out. They bust out the blue ones, and they're like, "Oh yeah, ooh, we're having fun. Oh, it's a rave." And I like
No,
like
they
the
were
chatter.
red.
No, they opened blue.
No, they were red.
They were not red. You are not going to fight me on this. I have seen.
No, they opened red.
They opened green, I thought.
I was about to be like, you were not going to gaslight me on this, but then I was like, no, you're doing a bit. Never mind.
They opened the blue ones. Continue.
Mike is like, oh, that's weird. So the whole block is out, but there's a house down the street that has their lights completely on.
Yeah, he starts tweaking.
Hugh starts getting weird because he's like, I think I need to call my brother. That's basically him the whole movie.
Well, his brother is an astrophysicist.
Yeah, he's
which
an
we
egghead.
find out,
Okay,
which is pretty...
okay. But let's pause it there for a second.
Yeah.
If some random guy after like some like kind of weird supernatural shit, not supernatural, but like weird shit is going on.
Astrological.
One guy goes, my brother said if something weird goes down, I need to call him right away.
Yeah.
Like that is such a bizarre thing to say.
It is a weird setup. It doesn't. That's the one thing of the. That's a thing of the movie that doesn't feel natural. Is like, oh, if anything weird happens, I gotta tell my brother.
Oh no, this isn't a critique of the movie. I just like Hugh's a freak, man.
Yeah,
Hugh is a freak. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, man, Hugh, he's just trying to keep him calm. He's trying to keep it all together.
And why would you say, don't worry, I just have to call my brother? You don't need to know.
Worry,
That freaked me the fuck
brother.
out.
It is kind of a very strange way to like kind of like ratchet up tension and also kind of like get the movie going. Like,
yeah, it gets people questioning.
Like, why is he being weird?
What's going on?
And then yeah, also all the phone lines are out. Amir tries Skype. Skype is out too.
Skype is out. Does not work. The satellite does
The
not.
Skype
work.
satellites are down.
But then Hugh and Amir agree to go, hey, we're going to go see if their phone works at the house down the road. Like, okay. And everyone's a little freaked out.
Everyone's a little freaked out.
It's wigging out.
A little more freaked out than I would be for a power outage. I'd be like, okay, like, sounds good. See ya.
Oh, also, in the shuffle of like breaking out the glow sticks, Lee has a string and she says like, oh, look what I found. And then like wears it as a necklace. And that comes up later.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of
Comes up
things
later.
like that. Like some people put them in certain spots or have them somewhere. And then some people will come back and they'll have it like different. But it'll be the
Yeah.
same color.
It's like little stuff that you can like remember, and they're best for like repeat viewings too, because you're like, oh, I remember that, like, because once you like figure it out, you're not really paying attention the first time.
It's like that video where you watch kids like pass around a basketball and then a gorilla comes.
Yeah, that's literally what this movie is.
A gorilla comes and steals one of them, and you don't notice.
Did you notice the gorilla?
The play calling.
What color was the lady's shirt?
What was that shit? Brain games?
Brain games, I think it was, yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris was like the host of like the first episode. Or was like the voice.
Oh, he
and then
was!
Like, some random other guy.
I totally forgot about that.
What a short-lived show.
But anyway, Hugh and Amir leave to go call the brother, Hugh's brother. And some time has passed, and they're like, "Oh, like they're not back yet. They said they'd be back. It's been like 10 minutes or whatever."
Oh no, it's been 10 minutes.
We got to go get him. And everyone's like, "What do we do?" And then there's a loud bang at the door to nowhere. The back door.
Bang!
And they're like, "What's going on?" And then they get a knock at the front door, and Hugh and Amir come back in, and you're like, "Oh, okay, they're back. Thank God." But Hugh's forehead is bleeding.
Yeah, our heroes are back with.
Amir has the G-Man like briefcase.
Yeah, he's carrying a box.
Yeah, which is another odd thing to have. But I mean, they get into it. Like, why do you have that? But that's just so strange.
He was like, "Amir, why'd you pick that up?" And he's like, "I don't know. I thought you had it." Like, oh, and then like, "What's going on?" I don't know. And then there's all this tension. Amir's like, "Open the box!" Like, fine, whatever. Everyone's freaking out. And then they open the box. And then this was when the first, I want to go back to the time when I watched this for the first time. Because like you open it and it's all this weird stuff. There's a ping pong paddle in there.
Yep.
And then there's pictures of all of them.
Yeah, with random numbers on the back. And you're like, what the hell?
How does this come back?
What the hell? And then they're like, "Okay, Hugh, what did you see over there? Like, what's going on?"
And he's weird about it.
Because he's being really weird. He's being very cagey about it. And they're like, what freaks you out so much? And he's like, "I went over there and I saw a table set for 8 people." And he basically implies he saw them.
Yeah, like not them, but like the place, like the house,
like an alternate version of their house or something.
That's the like. I mean, if there's anything you take away from this movie, it's that's it. Like a little bit of that right there.
And then from there is when all this other weird stuff starts happening. Like Hugh tries to leave a note on the door. Like he writes out a note.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get the note on their door.
Yeah, with the bang.
Yeah, with the loud bang. And then all this other weird stuff starts.
They know what's written on the note, like before they even read it, because he wrote it and then like puts it out there, and then they like read it because it was already there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is also the scene. Oh, keep going.
But I'm just saying that like you get this, they get this object, and then that kind of opens this can of worms of like, like, why is there this similar thing going on there? Like, what's going on? And like, how did this happen? And like, conclusions are jumped to that, there's like alternate, there's another house there that seems to have like, either them or in it or something. And like, there's a time thing at first. You think it's a time thing. Like,
when I first watched it, I thought it was like a time loop or something.
Yeah, is there like a time loop and things are kind of, which like isn't wrong, but like isn't right either. However, there's still all this talk of drama and interpersonal relationships and what's going on in like their lives, and and then like all this stuff happens, and then like it still like has this like natural, like kind of like you're figuring it out with them feeling, and it's so like you go down a rabbit hole, and it's so entertaining to go down.
The movie knows like what to reveal at what point to kind of keep you engaged and learning more.
Totally.
And
it knows when to play with you.
Yeah, and I think that sequence when they open the box and then kind of what follows is some of the best, like upping the stakes in a way, because it's like we open the box and there's pictures of them and with numbers and you're like, what does that mean? And then we find out that like well, these numbers are random. It's not like an order to it.
Yeah, there's no order.
The picture of a mirror was taken that night.
That's one of my favorite parts of the movie because like he's like that's a sweater I bought tonight. It's just so it's so funny. Like I don't know, like it's
Yeah, because
I low key really like Amir.
Amir's great. I love it.
Amir's great.
And like
the co-writer.
Co-writer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He worked on the SpongeBob movie.
That's crazy.
Goated.
Thanks, Amir. Based Amir.
Literally 100% win rate. 100% win rate. Yeah, and like you were saying, like that moment also solidifies like the clues you're trying to put together in your head. You're like, oh, like there's pictures of them. Like, is this some weird psycho? Like, is there some crazy person like stalking them? And then they're like, well, no, it can't be because that picture was taken tonight, and there hasn't been a picture of him tonight. Like right. How does that work?
Yeah, and they find out that all the other pictures are like pictures that are of the friends throughout the house.
Yeah, in the house.
Or like, you know, or like whatever picture they haven't
wallets.
seen is like, in like, you know, in a wallet or like, you know, in storage or whatever.
And then once the group kind of separates from the room, M confides to Kevin, like, this is my handwriting on the back of the back of the pictures. And you're like, whoa, like
what is going on here?
What is happening?
What is happening? Can somebody explain?
There's some shenanigans afoot.
I don't get it.
It leads you into thinking like, oh, this is definitely time travel. This is time travel.
Oh
yeah.
Like
there are a few times where it has like that time travel decoy on a stick.
Well, I think it. I mean, that's just like how good the movie is, though, because like I think it's great that you set up the audience with the time to get them thinking, you know, as to what's going on. Yeah. And then you're able to open the door to a little bit more bigger concepts because you're getting your audience to already think about what's happening.
It works well on people who try to guess before you got all the answers. That's what I do.
And then from there, Mike is like, I'm just going to go over there and see what's going on. Like,
this is when Mike shines.
Mike starts to go off the rails around here.
Yeah.
So
Mike is kind of crazy.
Mike, Kevin, M, and Lori are like, we're just gonna go check out the house. Like, we're just gonna go see what the hell Hugh saw, right? And so they go, and it's very funny because like they're obviously just like they leave the house and then they film them just coming back to the house.
Yeah.
Because it's the same house.
It looks like it's shot outside in the dark. It looks like it.
And Mike is like, and that's when Mike starts to believe, like, oh my god, this is my house. Like, what's
this is my house. They're like, Mike, don't go up there. This ain't your house, dude. Castle doctrine.
And they don't see anybody in the house.
No.
But when they're, but then this is one of the freakiest parts too, and it's great how it's filmed because it's so kind of out of focus. You can't really see the details. But as they're walking back, they see them. Like
yeah.
But they have
run
red
into them.
It's
the red glow
sticks. instead of the blue glow sticks because they're all carrying the blue glow sticks, and then you're like, what the hell?
And that's when you're like, okay, maybe this isn't time. This is like a different universe thing. Like these are alternate versions of that.
Or even just like there's an alternate. There's just like one other house with them in it. Like, what's up? And it's also just filmed so funnily because it's literally just like, oh, there they are in one frame, and there's the other ones in the other frame, like the evil version.
It is funny too because it's like red is like, ooh, they're the evil Emily.
Yeah, they're the red team.
And then they break out into a sprint, right, back to the house. Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, I'd be horrified. Are you?
Yeah,
kidding
I'd
me?
be. No, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be horrified. I'm just saying that like that's like because it's again, it's kind of shaky. It's very fast. It's very.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get motion sickness.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I was looking at the cast after this movie, and I was like, "Oh, there's 12 people in this movie. Who are the other 4 people?" It's those people.
The decoys.
It's the red. Yeah, it's the red.
Oh,
it's the red
that's
glow sticks.
so funny.
Some of them look exactly alike.
Well,
I do
know that Mike, the actor has an identical brother that appears later in the film. His double.
That's crazy. I
when they're tied up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Wow, this movie never fails to go watch this movie. I mean, that's like that's number one.
Hopefully you did.
So
Yeah,
then-
hopefully you watched it.
So then this is kind of where we get like we eventually come to the movie explanation, like just we have to just explain what's going on
Yeah.
to the audience.
Exposition dump.
And Beth conveniently remembers that there was a book that Hugh's brother had that she was going to mail back to him, but it's in the car. And they're like, well, he's a science guy. Maybe it has some idea of what's going on.
I don't know. Maybe there's some science in
Science in there. Yeah, you got any science in that book?
So then Hugh goes out and gets the book, and this is where he basically explains the plot of the movie. Because he's like, oh, look, conveniently, there's bookmarks of what the plot is about.
It's his brother's book, yeah. Notated.
And he explains basically through like the whole like Schrodinger's cat thing that the comet passing over has kind of created this rift in reality.
That's the theory. That's the theory.
Yes, the theory is that the
book
comet
doesn't say that. They kind of get to a conclusion.
Yeah. Because it talks about like quantum decoherence or whatever.
Yeah.
And
the title of the movie, Coherence.
Oh, he said it.
He said it.
And yeah, so they theorize that the comet has something to do with the fact that it is kind of merged these two realities into one.
Right.
And if you go outside, because there's kind of this dark patch in the street, they theorize that it's almost like a roulette wheel where it's like you go in and you might come back to your reality or the other one, right? It's kind of like there's this weird, space where it kind of chucks back out.
With the discovery that it's like a roulette wheel, the existential dread starts to hit like
Everybody,
our cast like a brick. Isn't this the part where Hugh and Amir have their little like, oh hey, like what house are you from again?
Well, so you see them talking, but you don't hear them, and you're kind of like, well, what are you talking about?
Like a lot of big like talking scenes when people are freaking out, Hugh and Amir will be like side and side. Like they'll be next to each other talking.
They're always looking at each other.
And on a second watch.
Well, and it's revealed that like, you know, they do have different glow sticks, Hugh and Amir, from like very get-go. From when they came the book in the first place. I think this is when it's revealed in this sequence.
Yeah, that they're not the ones from the beginning of the movie.
Kevin and Em start having shift in their relationship. I mean, Hugh and Beth are like angry at each other because like it's theorized, or like the group even thinks that like Beth maybe even put ketamine in the salad.
And around this time, Mike crafts probably the best plan ever. His plan is solely self-destructive in blackmailing himself with like unresolved shit
so
that
funny
will only hurt him.
It escalates the movie to another place that like it's like, what? Like, dude, relax. Like, what?
You're like, whoa, you're going nuclear way too early.
What's the plan?
Well, the plan originates because they're like, well, we need to stay separate. We need to stay separate from the other reality,
right?
Until the comet passes, right? And they're like, well, because in the other world, Beth, they theorize that Beth is sleeping in the other universe, so they don't have the idea to get the book, so they don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
This is just their theory. This isn't like true, really. This is just like what they're thinking.
Yeah.
So their idea is like, if they don't get the book, then we can stay separate. Like if they don't know what's going on, they'll just stay in their house. Like we don't have to risk anything, like them coming over here and hurting us or anything. Yeah, like you said, like Mike at first is like, I'm just gonna go over there and kill them.
He's so cool for this. He's like, but what if he's drinking over there? And this is when they think it's an alternate reality.
Because I would think to come over and kill them.
Which, to be fair, if you're like, I'm going to kill him, then you know the other guy's going to be like, I'm going to kill him.
Well, yeah, they also ask him, like, you're going to run into yourself after you kill me and your wife. You're going to have to kill you.
All the Mikes should just fight it out.
And that's one of my favorite, that's like probably my favorite Mike moment, is because it really shows a real, like, it's not just him being crazy for no reason. Like, he has a point of, like, what, like, if I'm thinking to go kill them, the other one's probably thinking it.
Yeah, and even if it's not Mike, it could be one of the other ones.
And we learn that he has drinking issues.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what if over there he's a drunk and he's going to come over here and kill us? Like
I
I'm
have
worried
to
about
be
it.
drunk. I have to be drunk and kill him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like, to be fair, it's a good plan. What were you gonna say, Adam?
And also, he's the character of Mike is necessary to up the stakes. Otherwise,
Yeah.
everybody
You
like,
need
it's just straight
conflict.
on.
Self-destructive.
Yeah, you need
character.
somebody that's gonna like kind of like
Yeah,
mess
you
everything up.
need the catalyst. You need
Yeah.
the catalyst.
But then
the
that's when he has
dynamite,
the idea.
nitro.
That's
I'm
when
gonna go
he-
check the basement.
Yeah, that's when he has the idea then to like he tells Kevin like I'm gonna blackmail myself. I'm gonna blackmail the other version of me.
Probably a worse plan, to be honest.
And
Legitimately.
Kevin says the most average thing you could say is like, no, that's a dumb idea.
It's already been proven that if you put like something out there, it's gonna come back too.
Yeah, exactly. Like stupid plan.
Silly boy.
But then Mike is like, okay, whatever, and he like leaves or whatever.
Which
From there,
that situation all leads into one of the best lines of the movie. Which
Oh
we'll
my
get
God.
into.
It's so good.
so then after that is when we get the revelation that the Hugh and Amir that we've met since they came back with the box and the bloody forehead, they're the red Hugh and Amir.
Mhm.
They're the
And
other
they take
one.
back the
The Red
box and
Master
the book,
Chiefs.
right?
They steal the box and the glow sticks
And the glow sticks, yeah.
And the book.
and the book. Yeah, they take the
Yeah.
book. That's right. They
They take
take
the
the book and they leave. And
So
everyone
they can't
like
consult it anymore.
they're like where the heck did they go? Like what's going on? And they're like I don't know. And everyone's rifting.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go find the human Amir and go out there. No, stay in here. Don't go out there.
By the way, it's known that they're the wrong Hugh and Amir for like 30 minutes before that's revealed.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You can see it on
yeah.
their face and how they act. Because
Well, and they
Hugh
like
is
ask more
impressed-
questions too when they come back too.
Mhm.
When M comes back and describes the red glow sticks, she was like, "You mean?" He's like, "You mean blue glow sticks, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like oh okay.
And then they look at each other. Yeah, it's so fun.
Well, because like at this point, you kind of get the idea too that like, and I mean, it's kind of revealed or like you get the idea that like because of the time thing and because of the multiple personality thing, like or not multiple personality. Oh my god, multiple reality thing. That like different realities are in different phases of figuring this out, and we're just watching one of them.
Yeah.
That's the
a
other
really-
thing that's like so good about this, and adds a whole other layer.
Time is linear, so they're all in the same instance of time,
Right.
but the events don't happen chronologically in each universe. So like, there's so many different things that can happen. Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy.
So then they're all kind of having their arguments. Like they accuse Beth of drugging the food, and then there's that whole thing. And
then Hugh and Amir come back.
Yeah. So, really quick. There's again, this is kind of one of those little things that I at least I didn't notice on the first viewing too. That I love is there's the scene where they're confronting Beth about possibly drugging the food with ketamine.
Yeah.
They come down on her, and then Beth is like, "No, I didn't do it," and they argue, and they're like, all right, fine, whatever.
And they move to the kitchen.
They're in the kitchen. M notices that Beth and Lee have the exact same conversation that she heard them have earlier.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
Lee also
that's
says,
right.
like, you asked me that already.
Yeah, something like that.
Or like I told you.
Yeah, and
That's so true. That's right.
And they focus on M a little bit, and she kind of like looks like wary, like like what's happening? Like they said this earlier, like why, And that's another one of those little kind of breadcrumbs that they leave, which is so fun. So then Hugh and Amir come back, and they have the blue glows. They're the right Hugh and Amir.
Right.
They're like, okay, we know you're them, and they're like, oh my god, like we had a crazy time out there. And they say that when they went over to the house, they were in the other house, and they kind of give an update, like, oh, the other house, like, yeah, that Mike is really worried about you, Mike, like, stuff like that, trying to like encouraging stuff. And then they say, and then they're like, we got 2 notes at the other house, 2 like, hey, can we use your phone notes? And that's when they realize that the split didn't just create two worlds, it created more. It created who knows more.
Yeah, like every decision makes more, and then it just gets overcrowded.
Literally,
it's uncalculable with how many. I would know.
Is this the point where they figure out, or that's when they come together because they realize that there's no way that they can figure out like what, which one is their original one.
Yeah.
So then they say, "Oh, let's gather some photos of each other."
But before that, Mike comes back. He comes back in like the scuffle of like Amir and Hugh trying to figure it out. But this Mike comes back and he's chill. And he's like, "No, I told you. I went and I
he went out
and I'm back." But this Mike has the string wrapped around his neck with a blue glow stick. So he obviously had the string with his whatever color, killed the other Mike, and then is like infiltrating. And then he just starts drinking their wine.
Yeah,
he's getting fucking mad drunk,
heavy drinking.
Oh yeah, and he gaslights Kevin. He's like, "I was gone like 10 minutes, dude. You're fucking crazy."
This is really the part of the movie too, where once we know that there's more than just the two realities, every time someone leaves the house, because they do leave the house at one point because someone breaks into Hugh's car, so they all go out to investigate.
Right, that's right.
This is a creepy part.
Yeah, so M goes to check on her car at one point, and she goes to pick out a ring that Kevin like a toy ring or something that
he got her at the state fair, like the Alameda State Fair.
It's
or
like
something.
in a little capsule, like it's like little pop out little thing.
And she finds it because it's a little like relationship memento kind of thing, and Kevin and she and Kevin are kind of tense, and then Kevin kind of pops up behind her and it's like, "Hey, you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, I just got this ring." And remember, he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." And like, "Are we okay?" Yeah. And they're having a little kind of sweet moment. But then she says like, "Oh, is Hugh's car okay?" And Kevin's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "No, weren't you just looking?" And the way that they shine the light on his face,
lighting on his face.
Yeah. And he kind of does like a weird backup thing too.
Because that's when they both realize, "Oh, you're not my person."
Yeah.
They're like, you are not my boyfriend. You are not my girlfriend.
That's such a good display of filmmaking. It's just so, like just like using what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
And then that's
masterclass.
And then from there, she runs back to the house. And then this is the part of the movie where whenever people leave the house, people start acting different from how they were from scene to scene.
Yeah.
Like she goes back in the house and she shows Kevin the ring, and Kevin's like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like he doesn't seem to notice it or
care.
Fine. And so you're like, "Oh, well, is this the real Kevin? Like, what's going on? Who are we? Like, where are we?
Who is real? Who is not real? What's original? What's not?" I'm asking so many questions.
There's a scene where Lori kind of seduces Kevin, and they kiss, and Beth notices it.
But Kevin's like, "Nah, I don't want to do that."
They do kiss,
What?
but at the end he's like,
Yeah.
Kevin's into that shit.
No.
Yeah, he is.
They do one kiss, then he's like, "Bye."
Yeah, he was smiling. He kissed her back. He would have pushed her off otherwise.
I get what you're saying, but he does go, "No, this is wrong." No, I'm not defending him, but he does break it off with her and tell her.
And then, so then that's when, like what you were implying, Trevor, is that they're like, "Okay, we need to figure out a way to mark that this is our house. Like if we go out there, we can just check this and like, really quick, just remember what our things are." And that's where they start to realize, oh, the box that we had earlier was this idea that we have. So we're going to like make a little marker that we'll put on the lawn so that if we'll
roll a dice and put random numbers on the back of our pictures.
Yeah. So then they cut up the pictures, and then Amir's like, "Well, okay, really nice. You don't have any pictures of me. We'll take one."
We'll take one. Yeah. And it's different from the photo that they began with.
Mm-hmm. It's a little different. Mm-hmm.
Which is so funny too, because it explains like the way that they just printed out a photo and then like, just used it. And they're like, "Oh, it's a little different." Because like they just wanted to use it for the scene.
Amir's new sweater exists in every universe.
Yeah. That's not the only constant.
No, that is not
that is something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we get told pretty soon after that.
So yeah, so they. Oh no, so yeah, and then they pick the item because like it was like
They pick
they're-
one random item that like is like it almost signifies like a 2-factor authentication. So you know right off the bat quickly if you know you're one step ahead.
increases
Like,
the
oh, I
odds
see a
there's
ping pong
my house.
paddle. Boom, this is my
Yeah.
house, the correct house.
Which is funny because the original box had a ping pong paddle. But
Yes.
When they pick their numbers on the back of their things that they remember, Emily notices that there's another pad there that's written in green marker.
Yep.
And there's different numbers on it. And they're like, she's like, what's this about? And she starts going down the line and she's like, hey, do you remember what your number was when we first found the other paper? And they're like, oh, it's this. And Emily figures out that because Lee and Beth never left the house, they are the only people that belong in that house. Every single other person is not from their original reality. Like, they need to just
There's
leave.
still minor discrepancies, even
Yeah.
though that like so many things are so similar and that they're this far along.
She's like, Kevin and me and Lori are from another house. Like, Mike, this is not your wife. Like, we need to find out how to fix this before the comet passes. Like, we need to get back to our house. And then I think Mike is just like, let's just ride it out. Like, let's just like forget it.
Yep.
Like,
Let's just drink and try to kill them later.
Well,
Exactly.
and this is when it kind of escalates because Mike is really kind of nihilist and like who cares and whatever.
and who should put a note under the door?
Yep, and who puts a note under the door right when everything's kind of at their lowest?
And
Oh, look, a note under the door. What's this
it goes to
say?
Hugh's feet, and he picks it up, and he's the one to read it. And Kevin is the only one that, like, right off the bat, figures out the magnitude of it.
And he tries to diffuse it, like, right off the bat, too. He's like, okay, hold on.
And Mike is like, oh, fuck. This backfired. No.
He's like, oh, geez.
And Hugh reads the note. It says something like, dear Mike, like,
Remember.
Beth plus, like,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
or something equals something, whatever.
Trinidad Club or something.
Trinidad Club. Yeah, that's right.
It's so weird. It's like random location plus club.
And he was like, what is this? Like, what does this mean? And they basically say that Mike and Beth had an affair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never told Hugh.
And the greatest line of the movie is
Oh my
uttered.
god.
well,
Ryan.
I want to phrase this a little more. I want to frame this a little more.
Yeah.
You gotta understand this, right? So Mike hasn't told Hugh that he had sex with his wife, right?
He said I was going to get around to it.
I was gonna get around to it,
Right.
right? Hugh finds out and says, "Oh, you touched my wife," right? And then Mike goes, "Well, it's like, well, I'm not really from this universe," and you would expect me to go, "So it's like, oh, I didn't really touch your wife," you know what I mean? But instead of diffusing the situation, he says,
the only universal constant that holds our universes together is that I have sex with your wife 12 years ago.
In every single universe, I have slept with your wife.
Yeah, he doesn't even know self-preservation.
Because there's no changing that fact. It happened long ago. Like,
This
no
is
matter
the
what.
one part of the movie that I've always been like, why did he fucking say that? And I guess maybe from his perspective, because he's kind of being like this nihilist, like let's just accept it, is like you said, like his angle was just like there's no fixing it, so like let's just move on. Like
Right.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not your Mike, you're not my Hugh, we're not anybody.
Don't get mad at me. Get mad at your Mike who isn't here.
But he could have used that as like, maybe your Mike told you, but I never told, or I told my Mike, but your Mike never told you. That's why you're upset.
Here's the thing. There are no universal constants with these people. Like, your past can be different.
No, I don't think. I think the past is the same.
If we go back to the very first scene in which they're together,
Yeah.
Lori watched Roswell religiously, never recognized Mike as the
The guy.
character from the show. Also, didn't do the whatever the yoga instruction that they all remembered her for, which later on she admits to Kevin as, oh, I did this.
Yeah, like I got to do yoga, or I had to do yoga for a week or whatever.
So pasts are different. These are different people.
It's so weird. I feel like that's a discrepancy in the movie
it
itself.
Is,
Yeah, I think it is because
like
because they want to really bring the home point that like a lot of the past stuff is the same, because like M's past is always the same. For instance, there's other people,
but maybe another M's past isn't.
Perhaps, yeah, true.
Because I think the director has said
that's the M at the end. I think
the only person that we've stuck with is M.
We're seeing it all from her perspective,
right?
But then they have this moment, and Hugh like tries to attack Mike, and they fight a bit, and he doesn't leave the house, but he just leaves the room, and then they're having this. Mike has this kind of moment where he's like this whole night I've been wondering if the other people are the dark version, but maybe we're the dark version. Like he says something like that.
Shut up, Mike.
There's evil. Right.
This next part I love, because I think about this scene constantly, where a green Mike enters the room and bursts into the door and just attacks Mike. He just starts beating him up.
He starts beating him up, and Kevin's like, "Get out of here!
Yeah.
Go!" He doesn't push him off or anything. He tries to just he's like, "Get off! Scram!"
And then off a coyote.
Yeah. It's like fending off a creature.
I think it was when I showed Trevor and Aref. I think it was like the second time I think we watched it or whatever.
Made me laugh so hard.
We were like, "Go, get out of here!" Like he's like a wild animal. It's so funny. And then Mike isn't waking up. Maybe dead. I have no idea.
Yeah, he's not waking up.
And then, I don't think it matters anymore because M checks out.
Yeah,
she's out to lunch.
That's the moment she's like, "I'm out."
Because everything's freaking out, and then like comedy, she opens the door to leave, and like the note is there. It's like a different house from that house that she was in. and then we have this great moment where it's kind of like her last resort is she just starts walking through the street in this montage, and she sees all these different houses, all these different realities, and what's happened. There's one where there's two mics tied up together.
Oh, that's so funny.
And they're like trying to interrogate them to figure out what's going on.
My favorite is the one where they're all arguing, and you just hear you see Mike with a drink in his hand just going, "Who are you people?"
Mike's an MVP.
It's such a good montage, man.
And you get some good shots of the comet.
The comet, yeah.
Miller's comet.
And then M finds her way out. And what I mean by that is she finds a universe where seemingly no one is the wiser, no one has left the house, and everyone is super nice and awesome and living their best lives.
Yep.
And she decides, she breaks into the house to steal their ketamine and has this plan to basically kill that version of M and assume her life, because her life looks like way better than what she has going right now.
I mean, but what would you do in this situation? Would you just walk around and be like, let me find a good house? Or are you sticking it through? What's the plan?
I don't know if I'd try to kill my other self.
Yeah, no, I would do that. I wouldn't kill anybody. You're Mike, Trevor. No, I'm kidding.
No, I wouldn't kill anybody.
No, I'd just keep window shopping until I found a spot without an M.
Then,
there's got to be one,
or one's outside, and then you just
and then you just swap places, and then you're in there, and then you go, I don't know that I've been here the whole time.
Or consider this: you go up to a house, and you're like, I'm your long lost twin.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't be able to know.
And then you just live. Then you just have to live as a new person in that world for the rest of your life. But we get this sequence where M1, we'll call her M from the very beginning of the movie. M1 plots this whole thing. She breaks Hugh's the window
Poor Hugh.
to lure them outside, and M2 goes to check her car or whatever.
Yep.
And then M1 drugs her, like drugs her with the ketamine, and then throws her in the trunk to like take her out, you know. Not really kill her, but more just like kind of trap her, I guess, until the morning. And then she goes back in the house and it's like, "Oh, hi everybody. Yeah, it's me. I'm the M you totally know."
You know, totally normal.
Yeah.
And everyone seems really nice. Like they even imply that this M like is a famous dancer, and like Kevin is super nice to her, and like everything's great in this life. Like she lucked out in this universe.
She's rich now, so people are nice to her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have this horrible over-the-shoulder shot behind M. You see M2 crawling back into the house.
Oh, it's like a horror movie shot. It totally is.
Is
It
that
is-
M2 or is that M3?
It could be M cubed.
M.
I think it's M2.
I think
I
it's
think
M2.
it's M3, and I'll explain later.
Okay. So then M1 rushes into the bathroom where she is to try to like, and she panics. She just grabs the toilet seat lid and just bashes her head in with it. I was like, oh my god!
It gets really brutal.
It's filmed to heighten the tension. They had someone off screen flicking the light on and
Yeah,
off.
Nosferatu.
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 M1 clearly was not thinking this through because she picks up after that M is knocked out or dead, who knows. She just kind of puts her in the bathtub and then like because she's like panicking, she's like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then she gets called out and then she walks outside and faints. And then hard cut to morning and you're like, oh shit, what's going on?
What is
On the
happening the
couch.
day after? What happens the day after, the night after all this stuff goes down? What is going on?
Earlier in the movie, when dinner time is happening and they're like shooting the shit, M talks about how 100 years ago, the same comet passed over a Swedish town and a woman called the police and said, "This man is not my husband. I killed my husband last night. This is not my husband." And it's like implying that like the similar thing happened, and then they do this at the end of the movie, calling it
The
back.
Miller's Comet creates a save file.
It does,
and then
saves
like,
scores.
and then it auto saves after the save file, and then that save file, the autosave, gets corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happens is,
no,
because
it
then
just
the
goes
next
to
day,
another Xbox 360.
well, right, no, exactly. So then it gets corrupted. So then you have to move it to a new Xbox 360 the next day.
Oh, I got the red ring. Fuck.
Right.
Give it to me like I'm a gamer.
Right.
I'll explain it to you in Fortnite terms.
So it's called the Rift, right? And it's like everyone's on the battle bus, and
A genuinely a good analogy for Schrodinger's cat is a loot chest. It's like you have a regular loot chest, and it could be a golden shotgun or a white AR. You don't know until you open it up. At that point, when you open it up, you create both realities in which both exist.
so when I get bad loot, someone else is getting good loot, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Mhm.
A hacker's getting good loot.
Unfortunate. But anyway, in the very final part of the movie, next morning, M1 wakes up, and she's seemingly in, I guess we don't really know yet, but she seemingly is now hard locked into this better universe.
Yeah.
Because the theory was right, whichever universe you're in is where you stay once the comet passes. And she goes outside to her car, and Kevin shows up and is like, "Hey, I was worried about you," and he's nice and sweet, and they're like, "Oh yeah, everything's fine, everything's great."
But my thing about the ending is that I thought it was implied that like it's as if the comet didn't even happen at all, and no one even like remembers it really happening or like really even affecting the night.
Let's finish it up. Let's finish up, and then we can chat.
Yeah,
because
and then,
I have an explanation that you guys might like.
And then Kevin gets a call, and he's like, "Oh, that's weird. It's you calling me." He picks it up. He's like, "Hello," and then he just does this perfect like turn to her, like staring, like he's hearing the other end be like, "That's not me. That's someone else." And it just ends on her like looking kind of like sheepish or whatever, and then that's how it ends.
That's how it ends.
So, and in the end, decoherence happens, right?
Right.
Oh, sorry. In the end, coherence happens because the decoherence in which the universes split and don't interact with one another isn't sustained, and you have theoretically two M's in the universe. So you want to know why I don't think it's M2 in the bathroom?
It's a third M, is what you're saying.
Yes, it's a third M, is what I'm saying.
Lay it on me.
So M goes into that car, and she takes that ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
RM kills that M, right? Theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
Takes the ring off her finger. Puts it on herself. Goes back in, and when she interacts with M3, which I'm calling M3, M3 has another ring on.
Because there is a shot in the bathroom after she puts one of the M's in the bathtub, and the ring is on the ground.
Yeah, right next to the turlet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that would imply that matter is created within this universe, which obviously is impossible. So my explanation, I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here. We have three total M's. Two are known to our universe. It's the original M because they never divulge. They never leave, right?
The one that we follow, yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry. The universe that we end up in, none of those people ever leave. It is known because they don't even open the glow sticks. It's shown.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we all know that they're the originals. That M leaves, and by the way, and from what I've gathered, in order to actually leave your universe, you have to go through the dark area, which is beyond the cars.
Yeah, so
that's not true.
No, it is true.
It is true.
No, you don't have to leave that dark area to switch, because people go outside and then go back inside and switches happen.
Any time they go outside and come back into the same people.
They're fucking owned.
Because
I don't.
Because they say that there's a segment that's darker than the rest of it.
No, I know. I think that that's wrong. I think that people switch it all the time whenever they go outside.
No, because the M from the car in the very beginning of the movie, we follow her the entire time. She goes out to her car like a couple times. So
that is ass.
She's not switching.
No, but in her going there, she switches realities.
No. You have to travel. You either have to travel to the other house or travel to the dark area, then come back. That dark area where there's no light is the center of the roulette wheel. Okay, going back to this, right? Assuming I'm correct that going to the car doesn't switch you, you have to go to that dark area. Our universe knows of only one M at that point. They know of just their M, the one that's now theoretically killed, right? We come back, M's in the bathroom. We get third M. That third M is never seen. Now we have, guess what? Two M's. We have an M that has taken poison and an M that has not taken poison, a healthy M. Okay?
Well, so you're saying the one that comes into the house crawling is a third M?
Is a third M that's also been drugged with ketamine. That has not been perceived by the rest of the house. Okay? Implied by the by her wearing that ring.
The ring, okay.
She gets dumped into the bathtub after being killed, right? They don't know of her existence. Only M knows of her existence.
Mm-hmm.
She is that represents the two realities of Schrodinger's cat. That we have the healthy M, which is
the good one, yeah.
The good cat. We have the unhealthy M, which is the sick cat.
Right.
No, but that isn't Schrodinger's cat, because you have three different possibilities. You're saying
exactly, and that's where coherence happens. So we leave, right? Decoherence happens when the between those two M's, the sick M or RM and M3. Decoherence happens when she leaves the bathroom and faints. The comet passes because the family or because the rest of the people never perceived M3. M3 disappears. She doesn't exist.
Yeah, because
that isn't a reality that they can even perceive.
Because when they go back into, because when she goes in the bathroom to check, Beth is taking a shower, and you're like I guess that M3 just disappears. Like she just
Exactly.
left.
Exactly.
But why isn't that M2 that just left? That left the room.
Why isn't that M2 that just left the room? Because she has a ring on. M3 has a ring on that didn't exist in her car at all.
Yeah, because M1 took M2's ring. And M3 is wearing a ring, is what you're saying.
Exactly. But here's the issue. M2 maintained her cell phone. It was in her sweater pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So the existence of that matter on M2 promotes coherence. And that's when coherence happens. Is because the possibility of M2 existing is maintained with the fact that she has her cell phone on her and is able to call the original M. Or is able to call the original Kevin. Or not the original Kevin. The Kevin of this universe.
Her Kevin, yeah.
Her Kevin. So that's when the universes collide because the rules of physics are destroyed. Like it no longer is able to happen.
So basically, what you're saying is M1's decision to do all this caused these fucking realities to
collide and
to
get
collide.
destroyed. Yeah. So that's why you have two M's in the end, and that one M is able to just disappear.
Okay. I'm understanding now. And I like what you're saying. I like.
Don't think it's more likely that it's two M's and one of them is accidentally wearing a ring in the tank.
I think it is fundamentally three M's, and because I don't think that one M would get fake killed twice, escape through the window, and then call our guy.
Well, I mean, I think there's plenty of reasons they could have gone to a hospital.
I mean, it's possible. It's hard to say for sure, but
it's hard to say for sure either way.
I like that theory. I haven't heard that one before, but I do like the idea that,
and it fits with the Schrodinger's cat narrative,
especially given the sense that like when M does the calculation at one point of like how many universes there are, there's like 5 bajillion possibilities.
Well, I mean, even just doing the dice, right? Mathematically, right? You roll a dice 6 times, put it on 6 random pictures. That's 6 to the 8th possibilities. That comes up to 5 billion something. Yeah. Now you throw in stuff with like Beth, not Beth. I forget her name. Skype. Lee's dish, like she's cleaning a dish, and that happens at different points. It's infinitesimal. Like the roulette wheel's infinitesimal. There's a non-finite amount of universes.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, please do not try to do the math. It'll ruin your viewing experience.
But that's where it leaves off the film. Great ending. I love how it ends. It's very kind of Twilight Zone-esque.
Very Twilight Zone.
Oh, I agree.
Let's go into ratings, Trevor. You start us off.
I am a big fan of Coherence. I honor Christian for showing me this movie and getting me to be exposed to it. One of the greats. I'm happy that I knew nothing about this going into it. And like this podcast has shown, I love discussion about it and like hearing people talk about it and seeing things that I didn't see. Noticing things that I didn't notice the 4th time around watching this movie. So I mean, I'm a huge fan. I love this movie. It never gets old. It's so just immersive, and you get so lost in it, and you really do kind of get taken along for a really, really nice ride. It's for me, this is in the hallmark of all movies. To be completely honest, Man of Earth loses a little points for me just because its datedness, and I feel the acting doesn't get sold on it as much.
Oh yeah, it's dated.
I don't get as immersed as I do in this, and I think this is a movie that's just fantastic and a must watch. I gotta give this a classic 10 out of 10.
Ooh,
a classic heater 10 out of 10.
For the first 10, ding 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 ding.
It has to be. There's no lower score for it. Coherence is amazing. It's a fantastic movie that I think everyone should experience. It's one of those. Brian?
I enjoyed this movie. I don't think I would have. It was not on my radar. I don't know if I would have ever seen it if Christian did not recommend it. And I watched it 3 times in between our last recording. It does a lot with a little, and it does it well. Just please watch it. It's so good. It's a fun movie to watch with people. Make sure you watch it with people, and then watch it multiple times. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Aref?
Good job. I was just fucking around. You don't usually pass it over to me. You just go quiet.
I
don't. I think this movie's great. I saw it for the second time with our mutual viewing, and then for the third time with my fiance, just because I love it so much. And I took a bunch of notes, but it's just it's a passion project that you could tell was that you could tell had a lot of passion in it, and I don't mean to be too campy here, and I don't want to be annoying. It's really nice to see art, you know what I mean? Like, come from someone who loves to make it, who wants to put effort into it, wants to see the product. He had a vision, he had a plan, and it wasn't necessarily about making the money, but just for literally the love of the craft. And it's shown from the people who are involved. They're all really into it, from the dialogue to the writing to the plot to, I mean, working with what they have. It really shines. I have a great time watching this movie, and it's really fun to sit down and think about too. I'm a big like sci-fi nerd, math nerd, as you could probably tell from this.
No.
And there's a lot to think about this, and obviously you have to suspend some different disbelief. It's not grounded in reality, but it is fun to like think about it from a physics perspective, because it does ascertain physics concepts. Anyways, going to the rating, I'm gonna have to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's a winner. It gets a gold medal. All right, Trevor.
Well, Trevor also rhymes with Christian, and that's me next. So,
wait, no, this is the Crat cast.
Wait. Oh my God, wait. That's what that Dark's place that I walked through was. Oh my God, I walked into a different recording.
Why our recording thing disconnected a few times. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit. My glow stick's yellow now.
As we're recording this on Skype, no, so my rating, I want to be unbiased, because obviously I brought this movie and it's probably my favorite movie of all time, or one of them. But I'm not gonna be unbiased. I fucking love this so much. It's obviously it's for me. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's a 10 for me. It's a 10. I absolutely adore this movie. It's one of my favorite movies because it's one of those movies that proves to me that it's like, yeah, you can just like have a good idea and invite your friends over and be like, let's just make a movie. And if everyone's on board, everyone's, pulling their weight, doing their thing, you can create something that is insanely rewatchable. And like Ryan said, it's like a good, like watch with people movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the few movies I can watch multiple times and never be bored. Like I know every little detail about this movie, and it's still like watching it, the first few times. So yeah, I don't know. For me, I gotta give it a 10. Like I can't.
It's a hallmark of a movie. It's just so, I don't know. It stands up there, and it's like it does so much for what it is that movies with bigger budgets in bigger circuits, that get more praise, don't do. That's my thought.
It toppled Tokyo Godfathers. It's now at the top of our list.
And that's how I feel about it.
It's powerful, is what you're telling me.
That's how I feel about it.
Changed my score to 3. So
we need balance.
Preserve it.
We want to thank everybody for listening to another episode of the Trackcast, otherwise known as today's review of Assorted Cinema. We're not going to do the host thing again. Please leave us a like, a rate, a comment, whatever you can to engage with us. We hope that you can please give us another listen next time as we head on into I don't know, what are we watching, guys? What's next?
It's your pick, man. I don't know.
I meant a joke thing. Yeah, what are we watching?
Let's watch Under Siege. Yeah, Steven Seagal. He's like a military chef.
Oh, we should do a Steven Seagal.
Tune in next time for when we watch top 10 kitchen nightmares moments. Thank you, guys.